Hi there, traders. Nice to meet you. Nice to see you all. Thank you for your coming. Let's try to fix some problems with sound. Please put pluses if you hear me well, if the picture is clear. Great. Great. Don't hesitate to ask any questions you have. So we are waiting for several moments, for several minutes, and getting started. Just giving opportunity for other people to come. Please analyze the Dogecoin. Okay. I think we will have plenty of time for doing this kind of stuff. Okay. Please put pluses if everything is okay, if you are ready to start. Okay, let's dismantle the plan for today's live stream. First of all, you will figure out how to select proper setups for workout, from technical analysis of a chart itself to order book analysis. Then we will try to trade something if we will have some really good setups. And finally, I'll answer your questions. Stay tuned till the end, and of course it will be informative. From the very beginning of the stream, I would like to pay your attention to the BTC behavior now. Let's see the BTC. As you see, there is a local minimums that BTC gonna break to initiate really good local correction that I was talking about. If you are subscribed to the Telegram channel of English speaking traders chat, give me a second. I will show you. Give me a moment. What I'm talking about. Yes. This chat. Sometimes I share my ideas concerning the market, my thoughts about the BTC and so on. That's what is the closest the upcoming scenario for BTC. For sure, I'm almost 85% sure that the scenario will be as I mentioned on this screen. And now we see the first step to this scenario. I mean that it will happen from breaking these local minimums. One touch, second touch, and we are waiting for the third touch. This moment is extremely important. Why? Because it really reflects most experienced traders' behavior. When we have the BTC about to go somewhere, about to go short, for example, we never try to trade long setups. If the BTC is gonna break long, we never trade short position. It's quite logic, but the paradox is that most people try to do vice versa. They just try to make a casino from all this process, and this is a grave mistake. Let's select several setups to wait for them while I will be explaining the topic. I prefer trading smart zones on such a market. So what we should start with? Usually we start with selecting it on the screener while we are searching, while we are expecting the BTC to break this level. Let's try to browse the screener. As you see, we select this category is most important because it shows us 5 minutes volatile instruments with an Otter of more than 2%. I usually pay attention only on the instrument with an Otter of higher than 2% because as far as we are scalpers, we are interested in trading only active instruments. Why we shouldn't trade inactive instruments, we discussed in one of the previous videos, because inactive instruments are much more easily manipulated, and your analysis could be spoiled, and you can stay inside the trade for too long. That will make your trade not scalping but positional trading. So what do we have at this instrument? Here we have really good zone, as you see, really good zone. But as far as I said that we do not trade long setups on short market, we skip this instrument. In fact, if you are subscribed to our channel, you maybe notice that a lot of time I devote I trade a lot smart zones. It works really good. Even this zone is working out already, but I really afraid of BTC to break this level finally, 66,115, and spoil our trade. We can just witness this process. In fact, if let's imagine we have really good long BTC, the BTC is assaulting new highs. In this case, I would prefer this setup. I would probably already make a trade, long trade, with a stop loss behind the zone somewhere here, and the take profit will be to renew this previous high. This will be the core aim, to refresh this previous extremum. But as far as we have what we have, the BTC is gonna break. I think it will be in several minutes or seconds. Let's wait how this signal will be spoiled, and our professional element, the professional element of our current trading is not to trade, is just let BTC break this level. If, for example, you have some setups with short breakout setup, you can trade it now because the probability will be higher, because the BTC, because this trade will be along the BTC. Let's just wait. Okay, anyway, the main idea is clear, I think. Let's see some other coins. SHIB USDT is stronger than market now. The SHIB USDT is even stronger than BTC now, because I almost sure it has negative correlation to BTC now, because BTC is going down. BTC is gonna initiate the deep correction, but SHIB USDT don't give a, as you see, it's just skyrocketing new highs. But anyway, I see no zones, I see no formation. The liquidity has already grabbed, the liquidity has already used here. Nothing. Let's switch to Dusk USDT as well. We have nothing interesting. Okay, we have, in fact, here we have a level, a really good level, and if we are compressing with the price to this level, there will be a really good breakout situation, but only if the BTC will make something like this, and then it will be buyout and total reverse. In other case, I will skip long breakout, as I already mentioned, because we have BTC going short. Okay, we just add this situation to watch list, just to consider, just to observe whether, just to see whether I'm right or not. Other altcoins are as well. Just a total range, nothing interesting. Here we have 1 hour zone, but this zone is very weak graphically. Here we have a break of this zone, nothing interesting. This is much more interesting, as you see on the USDT. Here we have, first of all, we have cascade levels. This is the first level I would pay attention to. The first level on 1 minute time frame. And then cascade levels, as you see. Cascade levels are broken as well quite good if we have really good power, if you have really good activity. And what is the entry point? The entry point will be, there will be 2 scenarios on the USDT. Something like this, just classical breakout, first touch, second touch, and then the third touch, or on the fourth touch we will try to break this level. Or much better option, if we get back to this zone. It's not the best zone I ever seen, but anyway, on 5 minute time frame is not so good as well. But let's just watch. Let's just watch this zone. So we are expecting the price to get into this zone, and maybe we will try to enter it. I will see what volumes will be, because what I don't like is that it looks like it already worked out. We already missed it, because if we take this zone with this shadow, we see that already we missed the entry point, unfortunately. But anyway, let's watch how it will work out. If it comes to this zone twice, maybe I will try to enter with very low volume, just to show you how it works. But anyway, the workout is already in the process. How we usually trade this, we see some global aim, the minimums. We see the downtrend movement towards this core aim, core target, and of course every trader would like to join this movement, and every trader almost every trader will have a chance to do this, and this chance is a zone. In this case, seller's zone, to where the price coming back during the small local corrections. So in this case, as you see on the good volumes, we get back, we pulled back from this zone, and we are going again along the core trend to break this short structure. This is a really good trade, really good strategy. Okay, we will wait. We will add Onda to our watch list. SSV, long structure, we skip it. Mask long structure, we skip it as well. Okay, other instruments, as you see, have less than 2% nether. For that reason, we skip it. Okay, we selected several interesting instruments. Let's watch what is happening with the BTC. The BTC coming closer and closer to this lane. Those who don't know how breakouts work, maybe we'll see now how it works, the process of breakout. But I just do not trade BTC. Any trades on BTC on futures I don't prefer, because the BTC is very manipulative coin. That's why I usually trade BTC only on spot. The same story. I trade smart zones on BTC, just placing limit orders for buying more and more. And my closest limit orders, as I showed you, they are here. They are inside this green zone. On the border of this green zone, sorry. This is not financial recommendation, just my vision. Okay, let's switch to your questions. Maybe you have some questions, just a moment. I remember about DOT USDT. Great. Okay, let's switch to DOT, because someone asked me to analyze this coin. Let me open trading view. Okay. So we usually start analyzing from the from the highest time frames to the lowest. Here we have the extremums. Here we have the closest minimums. And if you're asking me about to analyze the coin from the perspective of technical analysis, that's no problem. I will do this. But if you want to hear the recommendation about investments, I will not give you this, because to analyze the instrument to invest, you should do a lot of work. And from the very beginning, first of all, you should analyze fundamental factors, from the market background to the project internal information, the project news, the project new initiatives, the state of the project itself, and so on. And only then you come to the technical analysis, because if the technical analysis drawing something that promising you really good skyrocketing, but if at this moment company have some problems, it will spoil everything. It will spoil all your technical analysis. And always, please, when it comes to investments, please always do fundamental analysis about the project itself, what problems it solves, how this project is relevant now, and what investors it has, what investors it has already lost, or something like this. We can devote, I think, another stream about this, about fundamental factors and so on. If you put pluses, enough pluses and enough comments, maybe we will organize this stream. From the technical point of view, okay, we see I do not prefer any indicators. I strongly recommend you to get rid of this, because it's a bad manner as for me. I know that many people started from binary options, forex trading, and so on, really like indicators. But the truth is that most indicators are based on the history. They are making some provisions, making some lines based on the history, but not predicting something in the future, not seeing and observing the order book itself, and so on. So that's why it usually redraws the lines and so on. And finally, the main fact that it's extremely easy to to shift your responsibility for your trading from your own head on your shoulders to just a technical oscillator or something like this. I think it's very it's a big mistake. What I see here, I only prefer rely only on market mechanics when I analyze some instruments, and here we just have to visualize, just to stipulate the high and the minimum. Then we look inside this particular area. What do we see here? Just a moment. We can search for some zones of support to make sure whether it works with this instrument or not. It will also answer you to the question whether this instrument is liquid enough or not. If the zones are working really good, it means that this instrument is liquid enough. For example, as you see, we see order block. Here we see, on this order block, we see increased volumes, and fixed range volume profile. Let's watch. And on this area, as you see, there was the maximum volumes. It means that from here there was a bot out. From this order block there was a bot out. On 1 hour or 15 minutes time frame, it will be more clear to visualize, to see that from this order block there was a really good buyer's zone. And look at this, how it worked out. This is a good sign for the instrument to growing potential. Another one, I don't know what was here. I don't see any zone here, but anyway, we see the witness of the fact that the zones are working in this instrument. Now we see the correction. We see the correction and the closest potentials, the closest aims for this correction is this mirror level. Just mirror level. Everything should be really simple, because I don't recommend you to make simple market mechanics harder or much more complicated. As you see, there was the resistance level, then we broke it, and now it's the support level. This is the closest strong level to where we can go down after the BTC. We should always keep an eye on the BTC. It can spoil your trade or make you vice versa, or make you really wealthy. It could bring your price to this level. There will be second touch, and after this we should revise, rebuild the analysis again with a new inputs, with a new behavior of BTC. If at this moment BTC will stop correcting, if by this moment the BTC will finish the correction again and getting back, because no one have doubts that the zone 52,000, the BTC will probably fail to go under. Maybe some economical news, some economical events, something really bad happens. In this case, we can go lower. But in case everything will be okay in financial markets, in FOMC policy, monetary policy of the USA, if it will not make this policy much harder, if it not increase the rates, everything will be okay. In this case, the BTC will go up, and by this moment, I think the same story will be with .USDT. We will getting upper from this point. So this level 5.964 is the first interesting area from where I would, if you consider these investments as fundamental, if you decided that worth investing in it, I would try to consider this area as the most interesting for making your next purchases. Then the outcome could be really different. This is the first area I would probably consider, and then we will need much more inputs. Of course, if BTC fails to go lower, if it's been bought back, if it will be bought back much faster, I would see, we can see such a picture. The first touch, there will be the second touch, and then we will assault 11.9. We'll be assaulting $12. But the first scenario is much more realistic, as I see. Okay, let's see. Other questions? I am doing long from 9.3. What should I do? You should go deeper into market and try to make your own decisions, because you will never make money in trading if you will be asking other people's what experts they could be, in fact, what I should do, because no one tell you what you should do, because the people usually try to avoid extra responsibility and so on. I'm not a future predictor. I can only provide you with analysis. So what should you do? You should subscribe to CScalp YouTube channel and get more and more information, and making decisions only by your own analysis and so on. So I just give you two scenarios, and what scenario will be the outcome, I don't know, because the market is changing and we are working with probabilities. With probabilities, that's why I like scalping more than investing. Thank you. Yeah, there's a lot of people saying BTC will go down to 52K level because it's quite obvious. Frankly speaking, it's really obvious, and I'm almost sure the scenario will be exact. Okay, let's. I really hope I answered your questions. Because I don't prefer giving some recommendations. I prefer giving some thoughts to think, to analyze, and so on. Of course, I can say you go long when there is a breakout of 11.9, or just place limit orders on this area. I can say you how would I do? I would probably analyze this instrument fundamentally, just collect some information about this project. As far as I don't prefer investing, I have enough money from scalping, and I'm just investing only in BTC, and that's all, and some stocks. But if you want to invest, you should collect, first of all, fundamental analysis, as I said. A lot of information about the project. And in fact, in crypto, it's much more complicated because the crypto do not publish any financial statements. Because sometimes in a stock exchange, you can see the real figures and make some conclusions. Here it's much more, it's harder to predict fundamental things. That's why I prefer scalping. So let's switch to our topic, how we should, let's go and see BTC movement. It's still coming closer. I really believe that the great correction will begin today or this the upcoming night. So let's switch to the topic. So we start analyzing the market from news background and the BTC behavior, as I already showed. Because in fact, most altcoins are following the BTC in their own way, but the fact is they are following the BTC. That's why we analyze the BTC. For example, now we see 1 hour time frame. We see that it's gonna short this level, it's gonna break this level. So we keep an eye on those instruments that could go along this BTC. That's why we should find short setups. For example, short breakouts and short zones. What I mean? Something. The patterns that looks like something like this, with many touches to the level on the background of shorty BTC, it will be really good. Or something like this, when we have the smart zone, then we have the outbreak from this smart zone, and we're getting back to this smart zone. We catch this entry point to the continuation of the core direction, the core trend, as well along the BTC. Always trade along the BTC or its behavior. At least you can analyze it and a little bit predict. That's why we should only, I prefer personally, searching for these two setups, these two patterns. Let's switch to the graph again, to the screener. What we see at the screener. Let's switch between instruments. Here we see Dusk USDT. We have no aims. I usually prefer, when I use this Trader's Diary screener, integrated screener, I usually open 1 minute, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, and 1 hour time frames just to see the core picture, the whole picture. In this case, on 1 minute, starting from 1 hour, we have no aims here because we have upcoming trend. We have only correction on 5 minutes, and here we see, as you see, small zone, but we have not very high volumes when we are exiting this zone. When we are exiting the zone, the volumes should be high, and when we are coming back to execute our trade, the volumes should be a little bit lower. Then we are getting into trade. This is our entry point, then our potential. Here we have our stop loss. But what I don't like here, I don't like that we have no aims. We have no something like to grab deeper here. What I mean, something to grab, it means that when the price coming to an aim, many touches or some empty space here to grab some volatile liquidity, some stop losses or something like this. But here I see only very silly inclined level, but frankly speaking, it's has been lasting for a long time. In fact, here we could have good liquidity. Here, when you see empty space under such formations, these spaces usually full of liquidity. Liquidity usually is the core fuel for fast movements. When we, that's why, because there are a lot of stop losses, and that's why when we break levels with a lot of liquidity above, we see the breakout, something like this. Okay. In fact, we can wait for this zone. We have already added it into a watch list, and here we can stipulate this zone. Okay, and if this inclined level is broken, I will skip the situation. Before we get back as well and enter the trade in the zone, that's okay. But if we fail to get back and first that price will do is break the level and then get back to the zone, I will skip the situation because the aims are cancelled, the liquidity is spoiled, and so on. So we getting into other instruments. No aims as well. I usually perceive this, I usually call this as a chainsaw-like movement. Just a range, nothing inside, no aims. Here we had some touches to the level, and then it just got rising and I almost sure that by this moment we already have no any stop losses here, because those people who placed stop losses here as a liquidity, potential liquidity for short breakout, already fixed their profit, and in this case we have almost no stop losses, almost no liquidity. Okay, we get further. Pendle USDT. Pendle USDT have really good long zones, but it's, as I already mentioned, it's quite risky to trade long zones. I think you already know what I mean. I mean this movement, especially when we have some highs, daily highs here with one touch or maybe second touch. The ideal situation when we have no third touch, but we have the zone, we go to this zone, we enter the trade, and we got this third touch and the breakout. This is our potential of this trade. But in fact, unfortunately, we have to find something short. If you have some ideas, please write in the comments, and we will discuss it. Will the BTC go back after the reach? Yes, I almost sure, because at this moment, at the current stage, we have no any reasons to go lower, because this zone is really strong and huge whales are still restrained from fixing. I almost sure we will go 80 or maybe 90. I don't know about 100. It's too early to talk about this, but I almost sure the BTC will not go lower, but who knows? This is the market. We only operate with probability, so I'm telling you that 80% of probability, about 80% of probability, I think, is just we will not go lower. So it will be buyback again. And as for me, I placed limit orders for spot purchasing the BTC at this range. Concerning BTC, I bought short. Bought short? You open short? Greetings from Turkey. Thank you, Ahmed. Nice to hear you. Please analyze XRP SA. Okay. Let's try to analyze. That's much interesting. That's already I see something very attractive. Starting from 4 hours time frame, we have the extremum. I hope XRP sooner or later it will assault $1, and what I really like is that we are forming the inclined level. The inclined level is usually broken, especially very clear and good inclined level. Here we as well have horizontal maximums, and I think the next after the BTC goes to 52, and then it will getting back, and on this way of getting back there will be a stage of new altcoins bull run, and on this new altcoins bull run I think XRP will make new records, and I think it will be the next touch to this level, and this level coincide with the inclined level, and maybe there will be really good skyrocketing movement, something like this. Then we getting break this structure, coming to this, and it will be really good initiative. It will be really good point where most investors, most scalpers, most traders see the structure, see the formation. And maybe there will be really good movement. Then it will be like this and something like this. But it's very unclear analysis and just my thoughts. But it looks really, really clear, much more clear than the previous instrument.uzt, for example. And let's switch to say USDT. Say USDT as well. Something unclear, some, sorry, the local highs, the local minimums that are in fact looking more attractive from the technical analysis. But anyway, it's hard to say something clear based on this range, because it's the total range. The total range, it could be the loading of huge investors. It could be just total range because of uncertainty of the project, of the relevance of this project and so on. But anyway, what I see that on this instrument, and I know that on this instrument, on all the time frames, the zones are working really good. When the zones are working really good, it means that instrument is very liquid, and every time traders don't hesitate to buy the instrument from the closest supply zones. As you see, really good zone. We can even check it. In fact, it's slower, as you see, but anyway, from this zone, there was a workout, good workout. Then, if we come closer, let's come closer. This is a total, absolute total range, nothing to do in such movements. And this area is the area of uncertainty. There was something like, I think there was something like reaction on BTC. I am almost sure, yes, there was a reaction on BTC. And then fixations. But anyway, we just made a record, made a $1 breakout. Again, we need some more information about fundamental factors. And on lower time frames, let's see. Yes, we see that the zones are working out. That's a good sign. As you see, now it's working out. Let's see another zones, order blocks. Here we see the order block. The order block as well, it works out. I will some arrows. The reaction. Here we have the reaction from this zone. Here short reaction from this order block. Then even can go to lower time frames. Nothing interesting in the range. Let's try to analyze some. Ten minutes. Anyway, as you see, this instrument is working out the zones. It has enough liquidity, but I can't give some clear recommendation because the instrument is inside the range. When the instrument is inside the range, we usually have 50-50 outcome. It will with the same probability it could create many touches to lower level and make a short outbreak, and the same with the higher levels and long outbreaks. It depends on many factors, on fundamental factors, on the BTC movement, on the market background, and so on. So that's what I see. So feel free to be more active. You are quite active. Ask your questions, maybe some questions about strategies, about risk management, and so on. We have 5 minutes left, and the BTC is still striving with the support, with the resistance of buyers. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you as well, Ahmed. Thank you too for your attention and activity. I hope I bring some more useful information to your minds. What are these order blocks, big orders? In fact, order blocks is a formation. I think it will take much more time to explain what order block in fact is. Usually order block is how to explain in few words. Maybe it will be reasonable to make a new video about this, but if I'm not mistaken, we have video about smart zones. You can search. Yes, you can search on the YouTube. Let's watch on the YouTube CScalp channel smart money video, and here I explained the nature of order blocks. If I'm not mistaken, if I'm mistaken, maybe we will make this video. Just a moment. Yes, here smart money strategy. Yes, that's what I am talking about, the order block. But in few words, order block, yes, it's the huge pile of orders where huge players, small players are just placing their orders to catch the movement. For example, when people see that they missed the core range, they are searching for the place where we can have a second chance. And usually inside this movement, the second chance is inside this order block. The mechanics is much more complicated, and I can't explain it in several words, but maybe next time I will explain you these mechanics. It's connected with hedging process of huge player who creates artificially this situation. First of all, this breakout, and then the reverse of this price to move the price with a very, very huge amplitude to get much time to fix. And then when the price comes here, he close this totally forgot the word. Fix this lock. It usually calls locked. The hedging, his hedging position. Usually two positions are opened. One is hedging position for sale, other position for purchase. And when he fix his core position, short position here, and having the profit. His second position is still opened, and all this time this position is getting losses. And when the huge player is pushing this price towards his hedging position entry point, he closes the trade here, and that's why there is a pullback, because he execute a really he closes a really huge hedging position. I'm not sure that I have explained so clear, but next time I think I will prepare with this question, will be more prepared. If you have time, could you please analyze Yotex? Okay. I think there will be the last for today. And I will finish Yotex starting from 4 hours time frame. Again, the structure is upcoming, and what I really like is that the price action, as you see, even on a very high time frame, we see the changing angle of the price. It means that the sentiment is getting stronger, the project is getting stronger, and the corrections are not spoiling this angle. It means that every correction do not go lower to spoil this angle, to make it more flat. And this is a really good sign from the first glance. Next, what I see, the local highs, local minimums. Here we have another minimums, the closest one. And now we see the short correction. I see that the correlation with the BTC is quite high, 0.84, and in fact the instrument is following the BTC. If by the moment when BTC is going to our interest zone, 52k, it will getting back. I think what will happen with this instrument? It will probably do the same, but this area, the same area, will be there, where we made this touch and the historical level, somewhere here, and then in getting back again after the BTC to make the second touch here. This is my thoughts. Seeing your analysis live is very informative. Thanks a lot. That's a really good question. It depends on the market activity and the strategy I trade. When I trade, for example, breakouts, I can trade only one trade per day, because I really I am getting more and more strict in selecting the instruments, in selecting the setups. When I trade smart zones on 1 minute time frame, I can do up to 10 trades per day, but it's quite rare. Usually it's about 3 or 5 trades per day, and that's enough for me. Remember the rule that your trade should be of more quality than quantity. You can make 3 trades during the week, but all these trades, even if they are negative, even if they brought you losses, but it should be losses from systematic stop loss according to your rules. it will be a good trade as well, even if it's negative. It could be only 3 trades per week, but these trades will be very strict, very informative, clear, and ideal, I would say. And these 3 trades will increase your deposit, or if they are negative, will not burn it out. This is the core thing about risk management and emotions. I hope I clearly answered your questions. So I think it's time to finish. I really happy that the activity is getting more. You are bringing more and more activity. I'm really happy to see that you are interested, that all the information we give is interesting. So thank you. See you soon, next or after 1 week, next week or after 1 week. Thank you again.